Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my Jaybird. And this is game 78 of Battle of the Boxes. And remembering 1976 and then 1977 to bot 2000. No errors, no assistance, no help of any kind. I'm in white, and I'm calling this Donna Bird, Knights Waiting, King Crown Castle. And we're going to take you back to 1977 right now. And we'll start out with a D3, E5, B3, D5, B7, F6, E3, C6, D2, E6, C4, D4, E4, B4, C2, F4, E2, F6, A3, E7, F3, A5, and 12th move, the full development of Donna Bird, Knights Waiting, King Crown Castle. Knights Waiting here, the Donna Bird, and the crown over the king. Now, my pieces did look like similar to this in the back. Maybe not the exact same pawn pushes, but with this idea and theory with the pieces getting moved around in the back like this. And let's go on. It didn't take anything, so this is the way it ended up. After castle, A4, in which Jay Bird, we played games, I do remember, where he'd make some moves and then go back and he wouldn't take, and then we'd play like that. I've seen he did that already too. After A4, B4, G5, B1, unpin that. After B1, F6, G4. See, to me right now, I'm in a winning position. I mean, these pawns are already passed. I can always pass these two pawns with this. I'm heavy on this end. His king's undecided yet. After G4, he goes H6, knight E up, G3, G5, threaten. This is what I've got to learn to do now, is defend and threaten pieces as we go along. After F5, takes F5, takes F5. Open this up here. So it's even looking better yet. So if he tries to castle that side, I already have open lanes. After F5, D2 takes, D2 takes, F6, C1. Now, you would think, well, you figured you're going to put a bishop back here and pin him. Why throw that up there? And then after you would see it, you'd think you'd move this knight out of the way or something. But after C1, he goes right down in here, E3. So I'm looking, this is the only piece undefended. Obviously, I go G2. But worse than that, he trapped his queen. I don't know if he can get out of this situation if he runs. Well, he could run back, and then if I open up, push it past pawn and play like that, and then take this pawn here. I don't know what the thinking was on this. After G4, he goes D7, E2, and it's too late. Once that he used a knight, like I said, he could have ran back, and then when I did the discovery, pushed this pawn up. Then if I did opposite, he could move out of the way and take it with the queen. But maybe he didn't want to open that up. I don't know. But after E2, E2 takes, castles. What do we got in pieces? 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, except mine's a queen. After castle, H4, F6, H5, H6. And now I knew I wanted to keep this up here so he couldn't move this piece and then try to do something over here. After F1, H8, G1, G8, D2, H7, G2, F8, G6, H8, G2, E8, E2, The only thing I seen over here, I did see this weak pawn. I mean, I could have pushed, but I didn't. I, I'm trying my best not to take pieces and only take the pieces at the right time. And I hope I did that over there. But after e2, f8, d1, a8, c1, h7, e2, put a J-bird up here. Now, I guess I'm going to put my bishop here and threaten this. After e2, e7, d1, c5, I pass. And now I have to double it up, put it up here, and then put the queen behind it. After b5, h8, c2, g8, d1, h8, move the king up. Watch this pawn. Got to defend that pawn, and then rooks can move over. After b2, g8, takes a4, h8, b3, g8, a4. He just moves around back here. What can he do? Now he's got him in his position. There's nothing he can do. After a4, h8, c2, g8, a1, h8, a5, and he just keeps scrambling back here. He's waiting to die. After a5, g8, a2, h8, b1, d8, a1, b8. Can't take it. I got a bishop here. Everything's defended. But my whole idea is, even if he push, I would take. It doesn't matter. But then he's got his bishop, his knight. Or no, he could have went that way. Then we could have traded these pieces off. I don't know. What happens if he would have pushed? Oh, I would have passed. I would have had a pass pawn. That's interesting. And then if it would have been like that, then this would have been a weak square. Oh. But anyway, after a4, h8. Oh, I pushed this pawn now, b6, to threaten that knight. d8, takes d7, takes d7, and now I just push right in. a6, d6, b7 takes, b6 takes, c2, b8. I see the pieces are in between. I can take him before, after b2, b7, takes b6, takes b6, and now I can get in. a7, c8, c7, and now he loses that knight. a6, takes c8, a2, d1, a1, e2, h1, bring the bishop around, kc on this side, so I can defend this pawn. After e1, takes h5, takes c5, h2, f2, h5. And when I saw that, I had to look and find something real quick. I'm going to get in here and get a check. Now, he could come here, but then I guess I run my king over here. Let's see. After f8, h4, f7, h3. He was one move too late to get that there to defend that square. g6, h8, c5. Now, and I guess it would be another check. He come here, I won't take. It'll be another check, and then he'll lose the pawn. So after c5, h1, c6, c1, get a check, defend the pawn, e8, h7, g3, h2, take h2, c2, d1, not worried about the bishop, c3, d2, c5. Now I see my opportunity. If he takes it, fine, I'll take him with the bishop. If he don't, I'm still taking. He's got too much to defend. After f4, f4 takes, c3, c7, c5, queen c8, takes c8, takes c8, g5, takes g6, g6 takes, f5, f7, d5, f8, takes d4, f7, d7, g8, e3, f5, check, e6, g7, takes, f5, h8, easiest way, run the pawn and end the game. e5, g7, e6, h8, e7, g7, f8. Once they can't cross over the line, and now I see another opportunity, still can't cross the line. After f8, g6, queen e8, check, h7, and that's game. This one's, pretty simple. I mean, nothing crazy on this. It didn't pull no heavy. I guess I moved my pieces just right that there was nothing really hard and heavy for it to do. I opened up like this. I attacked right away. I guess he could take. I'd have to think about that. See, this makes a difference between winning a game and losing a game. This opening here, that's move 6, and already you can lose. I said you can lose in the first 8 moves, really. Within 8 moves, you can lose. But he passes, I pass, and that's what I like. This is what I like to see. Now, this is the kind of game I like playing. I just like it. I feel comfortable. I feel safer. And then I try to work my deal here. Game goes on. I figure getting this side, I'm going to castle. Even if he takes that, I can still castle. I like this because now I got 2 pieces over here. King's tucked away. So no matter what, even if the pawn's clear, we still got these pieces. Well, at least these 2. He goes here. Nope, I threaten that right away. What are you going to do? What do you got? He goes back. See, he's watching this pawn here. Push him out. What are you going to do? See, it could have changed. I might have had to take it with this then. Then maybe open this up or move this over here and then move up and castle this way. I don't know because it looks like he's going to castle that way. But you see how crazy something can go. And that's the part I've been trying to explain, is this kind of game, that how the mind works, or maybe how the program thinks, because it's turning points, and there's no turning points to go nowhere, is what they are. But it goes like that. I think there was other ways to get out of that. Game goes on like this. I just try to find some way to get in and make it happen. And I move my pieces around the back again, then go in. Little by little, I'm mitching my way through, trying to get the job done. He has nowhere to go but move around the back. This one's a long game. This is like 90-some moves, but the game goes on like this. And this is no blitz. I'm just blitzing out this game right now because of my time. I don't want, half-hour video here for you. And it goes on. And there you have it. Okay, thanks for stopping by, and we're going to have some more Battle of the Boxes.